All right, I just got some footage of the Frederick County Administration lobby from May 3rd. I FOIA requested this because two of my constitutionally protected rights were infringed upon, as well as the Virginia Open Meeting Act. There is no audio on this, and I apologize. I wish there was, but that's not from my end. That's from Frederick County Administration's end. And it's also unfortunate that where the meeting doors are, that there's no footage of that, because that would show pretty much the wrongdoings of Deputy Malcolm, who's on the left-hand side over here. So I'm going to play this, and you're going to see a woman come in, and from the bottom right over here side, this is Amy Scott. I think it's coordinator specialist something. She's under Steve Edwards, whose real name is Steve Cornwell. But all right, so there's an award ceremony that's going to be going on. For some odd reason, they weren't trying to let me into this, even though it was open to the public. But you're going to see this woman gets in. I think this is a coach or something, and he gets in obviously as well. All right, here we go. Amy Scott, pissed. She doesn't want me to come in. And I'm reminding her, hey, it's an open meeting. Check your agenda. I'm allowed to be in here. And then I have to switch to the other video. So I'm telling her tough, like I'm coming in. You can't stop me. Do what you need to do. She's visibly upset. So I'm walking over to the double doors. And her and I going back and forth. She's saying, no, I can't come in there. It's the award ceremony. And I said, well, that doesn't make sense because the agenda shows, again, it's open to the public. She would not acknowledge the agenda. The deputy, you're going to notice, he's getting closer and closer to the door, because when I turn around to go in the door, when I'm done talking to Amy Scott, he's blocking the doors and he refuses to let me in. I ask him to move aside and he says no. I tell him, under color of law, you're preventing me from getting in here, which is a violation of my First Amendment right to assemble in public places. And he also lets other people in while keeping me out, which violates the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause. So what you're seeing right now, though, is Clay showing Amy Scott, who's visibly, she's very upset. He's showing her that the agenda says it's open to the public. We shouldn't have to pull teeth to remind them of what their own agenda says. She's grabbing for her phone a lot. We're going to keep going. Oh, here, let me move to the next video. I'm still arguing with the sheriff, Deputy Malcolm, and I'm telling him to contact your supervisor. He actually turns through the doors have 2 glass panes, and he points to the school board members, and he said, those are my supervisors. My jaw dropped. I mean, this deputy, I don't know if it's a training issue or what, but he is willing to take unlawful orders from school administration. I mean, this guy took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and yet he is blatantly infringing upon my rights, not to mention the Virginia Open Meetings Act he's also violating. Oh, look at how upset Amy Scott is. I mean, Clay was really trying to de-escalate the situation. Bless his heart. It's unfortunate that neither Amy Scott or the deputy. Okay, this kid ends up walking right in. And I say, you just violated the Equal Protection Clause. You're treating me different than another member of the general public. I tell the deputy to contact a supervisor again, and he won't have it. I took his name. I asked if he had a badge number, but, I guess they don't have badge numbers. And later that evening, I put in a complaint about him. And the next day, I put in a complaint about Amy Scott. Look how pissed she is. Very pissed. All right, let me click to the next video. At one point, Clay was like, hey, Christy, it's okay. It's all right. No worries. But these are my rights that we're talking about here. The last thing I'm going to do is give any of them up, and especially for tyrants like Amy Scott. I mean, look how mad we're still arguing between Her and the deputy, I'm going at both of them saying, you cannot be doing this. It's upsetting that they actually did this. I mean, I got in. At some point, she actually was saying, I'm not saying you can't come in. I'm just saying you have to wait a minute. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't answer to Amy Scott. The agenda said the meeting was open. I don't have to wait. I can go in whenever I want. And at some point, look, she just pointed, the deputy, when she said that, the deputy took a couple steps aside, and I opened that door and I walked in. I thought maybe they were going to come in and grab me, like to pull me out. It didn't happen. But my logic was, you know what? You can come and get me. All right? You can come and get me. Watch how pissed she is. She's got to grab some air. You know, she's angry. I can't believe this woman just schooled me. People, you got to know your rights. Look, this deputy, I think he's a little upset too. Like, oh, she wasn't scared of my badge. What happened? No, I am not scared of the badge. I'm not scared of Amy Scott or her title. That's pretty much the gist of what happened. Again, I really wish that I would have been able to record this myself, because catching the other side of the meeting room doors would have been wonderful to have. I mean, the attitude from Deputy Malcolm, it was shocking, you know. And I did tell the sheriff's department when I put in my complaint that I like the guy. I don't really know him, but I've never had any issues with him before. Oh, this is Amy Scott. The school board went into closed session. She's going back there to, you know, tell Steve Cornhole how upset she is that I ended up not listening to her. You know, I don't take orders from people. I barely take suggestions. So, bless Clay's heart, he was there. Thank goodness he was there. I don't know who this woman is, but that is what happened. You guys got to know your rights, and don't wimp out and accommodate these people or comply. No, these people need to learn a lesson. They need to be trained better. They cannot do this stuff to people. And I'm going to tell you, if they did it to the wrong one, they should know better than to have done it to me. Because, you know, I'm kind of hardcore like that. So, anyways, now you guys see this video. I had to speak my piece on this. Know your rights. Defend them. If you don't use them, you lose them. So, have a good day.